I'll never forget such things. Jeremy, your mic's working?
Yeah.
What if we did a whole episode where I thought your mic was working, but all along it was just me?
That would be really sad.
Being a star. And people wrote in and were like, it's better when Jeremy's mic wasn't working. That way we can really think about the things you're saying.
I could see him on the video. He's trying.
He's trying. Scream and scream all you want, little Jeremy. It won't matter. No one will hear you without a mic.
The vacuum of space.
Here on YouTube.com. Only Alex rules. Oh, this was going to be my plug that I do at the beginning, which is that my feet are now on the Patreon.
Oh, sure.
They're there. They're
Okay.
live.
This week.
I wanted to sit crisscross applesauce.
I
I don't regret anything.
I thought you were going to plug your new podcast.
Oh, and I worked very hard on a radio play for 3 months. Please go listen to it. It has werewolves. This poll is directly in front of my damn face.
Yeah.
Fuck it. All right, Pamela, you ready?
I'm ready.
We're live. Quorators. We're back at Quorators another week, live on Quora.com.
That's the site.
It's your hosts, Alex and Jeremy. Hello.
How's it going?
We're here every week. Nothing unusual from us.
Business as usual for Quorators.
Now, we have a very special guest this week, all the way from Ha Ha Town. That's right, New York City itself. Legendary comedian and regular around the scene. We're so happy to have you here. It's Pamela Ross, everybody. Pamela?
Thank
She's
you so much
saluting.
for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for struggling to describe even a single credit. You're just like, she's around. I know who
She's
she is.
clubs, colleges.
Colleges.
Clubs, colleges, and bars all over the city.
It's very hard
It
to
doesn't
do
matter.
credits because people feel very differently about them, where some people will be offended if I do list their credit.
Sure.
Like, I remember I was very confused, like, the first time I had, like, Joe Pera on a show. He was like, don't say anything. And I was
Really?
like, but they won't know you're on TV that way. And then other people will get very mad if you don't say their credit. We're like, this is VH1's Battle Chef. Please start slamming those pans. You're live with the Battle Chef.
In all seriousness, the longer you do comedy, the more you realize that no credits translate. And every credit you do earn, quote unquote, is just, it depreciates.
blood.
from
Yeah.
then on. I mean, do you remember when everyone had a CISO credit? There was
Yeah.
a-
Yeah.
It was hot currency.
I used to be MTV's Battle Chef. After
That
it
show
moved
was-
from VH1.
So
man.
violent. They had to shut it down.
They turned the Warriors into Chow. Now, Waffles is yanking Pamela's headphones out of her head.
There's a comic in New York who insists everyone say that he was on Animal Planet, which I always thought was funny.
Yes, and I know exactly who that is.
Yeah.
And
That guy was unchained. I'll say it.
I only go to a stand-up show if they have an Animal Planet comedian.
And if
That's
you're-
how I know.
By the way, if you're
doing waffles.
If you're listening at home and you're guessing who it is Dunstan from Dunstan Checks In. And he didn't want that credit.
It was the Boomafoo.
I love the idea of like a VH1 style Talking Heads show on Animal Planet.
we didn't know what those jaguars were up to.
It's called Remember the Jungle.
And some of the Talking Heads are just silent animals. There's a zebra. There's like a Chiron that's like, well, giraffe knows what he did.
The ecology was so crazy back then. I mean, we talked about animals that were eating plants and animals. Omnivores, they called them.
I sure did, Alex.
You're learning while
Also,
you're remembering.
People assign you credits that they assume you have. Like
Yeah.
I'm often, which is fine. It doesn't matter. See, people often bring me up as a reductress contributor.
Sure.
Which is nice it's nice that I fall into that category of comic for people.
The
They're
word
like, you're a lady.
You're a beautiful woman. You must have
have
been a
you written-
reductress contributor.
Have you written for Reductress?
No.
That's so funny.
The word
That's so
contributor
funny.
is not as flattering as it could be.
Contributor, because we know what that means. It means $10 for a headline.
Well, it
That's
means
right.
you've contributed.
It means you've contributed to something
Not to
important.
be crass.
And you pulled your weight You know?
Yeah. This is a very volatile beginning to the show, but
We're taking no prisoners.
we are a family show first, and bring the kids back in because we're open to everybody today. We got a great theme for this week's episode. This week we're doing devious relationships.
Yes, that's right.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm clicking behind the thing to double check.
That's what it is.
That was what it was. Isn't that great?
We have 2 segments before we have to do that, though.
We do. Now, Pamela is familiar with the show, so we don't have to explain what Quora is to you. And frankly, I'm sick of it,
Good.
so I'm glad. Let us speak no more on this topic. We will jump right into the main thing everybody's waiting for, which is the beginning of every show. We are doing tips for women. Tips for women. Hey, do you have any tips for women?
Honestly, carry mace.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's smart.
That's, I've been hearing really good things about pepper gel, which is different than the spray.
The burn sticks.
Yeah. And try not to get punched out there. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I was going to say this. Try reading out loud. It really helps you build that muscle.
It's important
Sure.
to work on your phonics.
Yeah.
My wife's job gave everyone mace because there was like someone who was attacked at her job. So they gave all of the employees a free little mace thing, and they all put it on their like keychains or whatever. Then my wife immediately lost the bottle, so now she's just carrying around an empty cap of mace.
The
Which I feel
threat.
like is like
It's the implication.
I feel like it's the opposite. Like that's like advertising. I don't have mace. You know what I mean?
I
the least
cannot
safe
defend
thing.
myself.
A pure hand-to-hand combatant.
There's one thing I don't have. It is mace.
One thing that I inadvertently do that protects me is I talk to myself. I've got a rich inner life, and also that's how I work out bits. I'll just be sitting on the train mumbling to myself, and
Alex is adjusting my headphones.
I fixed it. I found mine. But yes, it's the same as reading out loud, I would say.
Yeah,
Can I ask you more about the pepper gel?
absolutely. I might not know a lot about it.
It's not a spray? I fucked up Jeremy's headphones fixing mine.
It's apparently the issue with the spray is that a lot of people are given mace but don't know how to use it, because how many times have you sprayed mace at someone?
Sure.
Well, usually a bear.
So people will actually spray it into their own eyes.
Oh no.
Sometimes I guess the
That's
gel
a
is
sitcom
better.
tragedy.
How does the
right
gel
there.
work?
I
You're still
don't-
spraying it? Or you have to be like, hold on, and then you squeeze it into your hand and you like rub it on
I think
them?
you throw it Naruto style.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I keep thinking that it like.
You just recommended it a second ago.
Well, I know. But I'm not an authority. I think I think that is the idea that
Sure.
it's solid and it sticks to people.
It's like a silly string.
It's like napalm.
buys you more time
It's like
to
napalm.
run
Yeah.
in the heels you're wearing. I don't know.
They should
First
get
of
the
all,
little-
use the heels. Those are deadly.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just
you
a
can stab.
Stiletto to the eyeball.
New tip for women: use your heels as weapons
Yeah, because they're sexy, but they're also functional.
Yeah,
and deadly.
they're
you know?
deadly. They'll kill.
I have nothing more to add on this topic. I feel like this is. I almost want to just wait around to emphasize how serious the possibility of a heel as a weapon is. But yeah, that's this week's tip for women. It's too long.
long.
Snap. I feel like we only realized this last week, but we could not play the song twice.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Every week we ask a question on Quora and then we go read the answers that people wrote on our Quora. So last time we wrote, what sauce goes best with eating human meat?
oh, yep. Did this get any traction?
No.
Okay. We should remind our listeners, if you are watching the show, please use the word scrambled eggs if you must answer our questions. This way we will know you are from the show and not an actual Quora community member.
I should say people did answer. It's just everyone just said like barbecue sauce.
This is a picture of Bugs Bunny saying "What a maroon," which I find very offensive.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
a
do you know
maroon.
moron?
The word moron. I'm
This
familiar.
is a rabbit.
But instead he's saying the color maroon.
He's has kind of his own twist on
I
it.
thought it
Yeah.
was racial. I thought it was
Yeah.
like,
Maybe it is.
It definitely is like a term in like 1850 people would say to mean like you are from this longitude and latitude.
Well, I'll say that this guy, Mike Adams, who wrote it, is a professor of genetics. What? So, I mean, if anyone could be racist, what's up, Alex?
I don't know. That's so specific that you said that, and then it was a geneticist.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, it's
More like a eugenicist.
That's right.
geneticist. Well, that's just like it's like the Charmeleon of genetics,
Sure.
right?
Right.
It's before they had it figured out.
Just Bugs Bunny being like, "Yeah, let me measure your skull, Doc."
Exactly. I mean, anthropology just was phronology for a long
Yeah.
time. It was just a racist pseudoscience.
You're from
Yeah.
a slovenly phenotype, Doc. We all remember that episode. So no one answered. We don't know what Tosco
So there
specs with
must
people.
be, and I know because I am a dedicated fan of the show, but I do like when you obviously just confuse people in questions that you post, just completely unsuspecting and earnest, just Quora contributors.
You know what we haven't done in a while that I really appreciated is give out details of my address or specifics from my life to
That's
people
right.
to then hone in on.
Yeah, we can do that more if you'd like.
Because
Yeah.
we did that one post about being a Navy captain, and they just looked at my search history and were like, I know where you live. You're not in the Navy.
You live in Park Slope.
I think for the podcast to really take off, you have to become more doxable.
I think that's true. I think if we're gonna have the
feel so
asymmetric
doxable.
relationship, we need people to we need to bring them into your home specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, call in culture.
Yes.
You need to close that gap. It needs to go from a parasocial relationship to a social relationship
Yeah.
where they stalk you.
Close the gap, open the front door to my home without letting the cats out. If possible, they're indoor cats.
Please keep the cats inside.
It's New York City. They can't go out there.
Nope.
It's all cars.
They'll die. They'll be eaten by rats.
They'll eat a lot of birds too.
They would have a great time before they're hit by the car, but
you
it would
remember
probably be
when-
pretty fast.
Do you remember how? Sorry. Do you remember how Jonathan Franzen hates cats because they hurt birds?
I did not know that.
All
That's
right.
really funny.
Well,
That's actually a great reason to hate cats. They kill so many birds.
He's
I like that
so
about them.
he's so serious about it too.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, you cannot let your cats outside.
Every cat is the Babe Ruth of killing birds.
Yeah.
They're consistently so good at it.
I had outdoor cats growing up, and they would I saw several high stakes murders in
Sure.
in front of my boy eyes.
You gotta put a bell on them so the birds can get away.
Is that what that's for?
Yeah, it's
The
so
birds
that,
know they're coming.
Yeah.
That's for birds.
that's for birds.
I thought that was so I know a fuzzy friend's around the corner.
It's also for your benefit, Alex.
They make me laugh.
So that's the dispatch from American literature today. Remember Jonathan Franzen?
Francis says, "Fuck cats."
He's just such a misanthrope,
yeah.
and I was like, Jonathan, do you know who mostly is reading your long ass books?
Yeah.
People shut up in their apartments with their cats. This is your core demo.
You're really punching right at the money.
They're bird genociding cats.
yeah,
They love to kill.
They
That's
do.
why they're so like us. We like them because we're both killers.
Exactly.
Cats are the number 2 killer of birds after humans.
That is such a good point, Jeremy. You're so smart.
I also like getting
I
my,
don't like
my
this
tummy
attitude.
scratched. That's how I'm also like a cat.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's not wrong to touch. Anyway, we got a great show for you today. We got all kinds of subjects to check out here. I'm scratching Jeremy's tummy.
Oh, no.
He touched my knee and I escalated it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting right into it. This week's theme is devious relationships, starting with everybody's favorite romance segment, Quora Romance. You could tell I have a very narrow and limited understanding of what romance sounds like from this and the Tips for Women theme.
Sure. I mean, the logo I made for Quora Romance is the Barbie font, which
Yeah.
doesn't even make sense. That's just girl.
Yeah, it's
That movie, the dolls, none of it has to do with romance.
None of it.
Nope.
There's no.
All
there's
I
no
know
sex.
about
There's
Barbie
no genitals.
is that she wrote a few articles for Reductress, and that's the limit of my knowledge.
she
of her.
contributed.
A really sharp satire.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
There's a photo of her on the subway. That's a joke for no one. For just comedians.
Yeah, the thing is, all seriousness, there's just not that many fonts.
That's true.
I'm running out of fonts all the time.
That's true.
All the damn time.
All right, let's read this question.
Okay.
If I can prove my husband is in a cult of people who believe they are vampires, can that help me get out of custody of our child? Oh, sorry, help me get custody of our child.
Yeah. Okay.
I know
So
the opposite.
let me just clear up any confusion. If your husband's in a vampire cult, he cannot be trusted with the children.
Absolutely not.
You cannot leave anymore.
This is about family court.
Yeah.
I like when people just turn to the internet for legal advice.
Right.
Sure.
But it is also related to vampires who cannot be trusted.
I think this is a bad idea, honestly. I feel like this is how you create like a young adult novel protagonist. Is like a young child who finds out that their dad is a vampire.
Yeah, this is what the
Like when they're
squid.
13.
This is what the squid and the whale was about.
This is
If you've seen that.
John Green is taking notes.
Yeah, exactly.
He's saying, okay, got to get in on the vampire trend.
This
Ooh,
is basically a Twilight.
sucks blood. That's what the note says.
Scared of steaks.
Cancer plus vampire.
Vampires are out of control.
Manic pixie vampire girl?
That's pretty fun.
That's good. I would
That's a
underline that if I
billion-dollar
wrote that
idea. I'm highlighting it.
down. I'm trying to think of a way in which like a vampire could be a father, and I can't think of one.
I think that's really offensive.
I
think
can't
that's
think
so
of
fucked
one
up.
because your children are food to you now. Your own children.
But there's rules.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like incest if you suck your own children's blood as a vampire.
Vampires famously break rules. They've broken a covenant with the Lord.
That's true. They have very antisocial values.
We're talking about men who sleep in a coffin.
I think that's fine. I think that you should respect other people's cultures. I honestly think it's really gross that you're saying these bigoted things about vampires on our show.
I won't trust them around my children.
It's vampirophobic. it's big. It's small-minded.
I love just like this couple going through a divorce and the father starts sleeping in a coffin. So you can tell it's on the rocks.
How would you definitively prove someone was a vampire?
Well,
Teeth.
if they want to suck your blood.
Yeah, if you could bring him up and be like, how do you feel about my blood?
I want to suck it. I mean,
I'm fine with it.
where are you from? Eastern Europe.
All of a sudden, they're like, the fifth romance language is Romanian,
Yes.
It's in there.
which it is.
Anyone from the Caucasus, you could assume.
That Caucasus,
I'm
the
always saying
Caucasus,
that.
yeah,
Yep, absolutely.
the real Caucasians.
I'm interested. I mean, they are, though.
They are.
They are. I'm
They're the
interested to see what
OGs.
the actual contributors to Quora say.
Jeff Nichols says, much of this is really dependent on where you live. However, just having an unusual belief is not normally enough to be an I win button for the other party in a custody case. You'll have to demonstrate that your husband did/does things that are provably bad for the child, fails to seek appropriate medical attention, does not feed, clothe, house the child appropriately, abuses the child in a way that can be proven with medical reports/police reports, video, multiple non-related eyewitness accounts. So this guy's like, doesn't matter if he's in a cult for vampires. You got to prove that that's bad.
Abuse. He makes my son drive a stagecoach.
He turns into a dog.
He's a swarm much of the time.
He's Gary Oldman.
I mean, it's not like typical legal abuse to be a vampire,
No,
but it's abuse.
I don't think that that's
It's
okay to
the
say.
worst thing that would happen is the kid would go to school and someone would make fun of them and be like, hey, I heard your gay dad's a vampire.
Right. Yeah.
Also, he's gay.
Or however,
We can assume because he's divorced, he's gay.
He's married to a werewolf.
I'm not intimately acquainted with schoolyard culture anymore, but I do think it would be.
And good for you.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Someone's
Crazy Bones are back.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up because sometimes I mention Crazy Bones in the same way that people bring up Beanie Babies and they don't know what I'm talking
You
about.
feel Crazy Bones when
At
you
all.
say it.
They're called mentally ill bones now.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. They're actually called differently labeled.
Calling Hollywood. That was a top zinger brought to you by Jeremy Kaplowitz.
And Hollywood's on the phone and they did not pick up.
Please.
It's Deadline. Oh no, it's spam. Yeah, I think that you could pursue a vampire lifestyle and keep your kids out of it. It's like being polyamorous.
I think that's right. I think it is like being poly.
If the children are presented with a clear division from a vampire lifestyle, I think it's okay. There's one answer here I would like to read.
I'd rather sleep in a coffin than a friggin' race car bed. I'll tell you that much.
Jeremy, please.
All right,
This
I'm
is
sorry.
serious.
I'm sorry.
I want to read Tom
Please.
Egan's post,
Read it.
who is a law studier at California Western School of Law, graduated in
Lawyer.
1977. Oh, is that what it says? I'm kind of far away from the computer. Anyway,
That's okay. You're good.
he says, has the child been bitten yet? Have you met and spoke with any members of this cult/coven Are they doing harm or just entertaining themselves? Now, I have to jump in here. Vampires are not entertaining themselves. They are performing a dark culture in which they celebrate Satan and his dark works.
Are vampires automatically connected to Satan?
Yeah.
I think like the original Dracula.
Their soul's gone.
Okay.
I think not like the Twilight vampires, probably not, but I think Dracula is, right?
Okay, so imagine Dracula's your dad. Just go on and I know I'm always, people say I'm bigoted and that I'm closed-minded about this, and you're like, oh, I'm 9, it's time for bed. Who's in the corner? My father lurking.
I'm excited to see you.
I can't see him in the mirror
tonight.
behind me.
Well,
Good
first of all,
job on
Tim
your
Burton is
math.
excited about this idea. He
Yeah.
wants to produce this sitcom.
I would watch it.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on your
And
pitch.
that is huge for me. I'm sorry for talking over your vampire impression. It was
You're
really
fine.
good.
You're fine.
And that kind of does emphasize my point, which is that like you can't make a vampire proud. I don't think.
Dad, you embarrassed me in front of my friends. I made cookies.
Hey,
They've got blood on them.
blood cookies. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff
Do you-
they say. By the way, another plug for the werewolf show. I
Oh
just made,
yeah, go watch Alex's werewolf show,
which I didn't name before.
Listen
Theater
to
of
it.
Delights. There you go.
Theater of
Plug it into
Delights,
your
Werewolves in
podcast. app.
Boston.
Sorry, I'm flailing into your shot. I
That's-
got really
Please do.
animated by
We
the
actually
werewolf show.
we set it up so that you really have to like get out there to be in it this week. Normally we put it like right by their arm, and then Amber Fields is just karate chopping us for an hour. But this one's pretty safe, I think.
That's so funny because Amber is so expressive and beautiful.
What a treat! Go check out that episode. But in the meantime, no, can't let a vampire have custody. I'm against it. I'm bigoted towards them, and I don't
I think
care
they're
what
good people.
woke culture says. Because you know who's not woke is the undead.
Disagree. I think they're nice people.
Or they are woke because they don't sleep.
They sleep.
Do vampires sleep?
Yeah, they sleep during the day because they can't go out
Yeah, they sleep.
on account
They
of.
sleep. They're just immortal, so the sleep seems a little bit like unnecessary.
Yes, it's without rest.
It doesn't really restore them.
Right.
They just do it.
They look very
So they're
pale.
great for if your baby starts crying middle of the night. Who's gonna get up? Oh, the Dracula.
And they do the pointy hands too.
and their shadow is
These
kind of
sick
there before them.
fucks.
Their shadow's holding the baby before they even get there.
I don't really know what the deal is with the shadow, but I know they don't show up in mirrors.
That's true.
Well, it's not Halloween, and we've talked about vampires for too long now. So I suggest we
True
move
that.
on. And the
let's
answer is
move on.
obvious, and get them out of there.
The next question. Is it important for a husband to show empathy towards his wife's feelings? Easy. No. It's just always funny to say no to these things.
As a husband, as two husbands.
Two husbands.
What do you think?
Not married to each other.
Are you pro feelings?
Am I pro feelings?
Fellas,
Yeah.
is it gay to have feelings? That is kind of the question here, and the answer is a little bit.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
But you gotta.
You gotta.
You gotta have empathy for your wife's feelings.
I'm always asking my wife about her statues she's working on or whatever
Sure.
she's doing over there.
You know what they say? Happy wife, not a lot of strife.
Not a lot of strife. That's what they say. Pamela, you would agree? Empathy.
I think it's important. I'd love to know what this person's definition of empathy is.
I would like to look for some dissenters. I would
Yeah,
like to
me
see somebody who
too.
says no.
Everyone says yes. It's 2024, not 1924.
Thank God.
Owned.
You either have to or you don't, says Peter Hicks.
You either have to or you don't.
You either have to or you don't.
That's true for any of these.
I love that turn of phrase.
Hey, man, just see which way the wind's blowing.
Hey, there's two options, yes or no.
She's an object to you, possibly.
Why are the details in this one hit? Oh, this is a prompt. This is not
Wait, a
question.
robot wrote this.
This was created by the Quora prompt generator.
What
AI.
the fuck is that?
So this is the Quora AI asked a question, should you love your wife?
So wait, this came up a few months ago, but one of the Quora CEOs is like a big AI guy.
Yes. I've been emailing him relentlessly, trying to get him on the show. I keep saying, like, we're just a website loving podcast. We love Quora.
I bet his spam filter is so comprehensive.
If he looks at any of it, he'll not want to be on. But Adam, if you're out there, I think that's his name.
I don't know. I think it could be a great marketing collab.
I can't believe I fell for the AI generator. I feel like it's such a fucking mark right now, dude. God damn it.
But that's because so many of the questions written by humans sound AI generated.
They're so like us.
Oh my God, this is like Westworld.
Can I make love to this Quora?
It's weirder that people are just answering it. It's also answered by AI, though. This one's an AI for sure, this answer.
Fatima Bakam Pinky?
Yeah. That's
Is
the
AI?
one. That's the one. I mean, she says, absolutely, showing empathy towards one's spouse's feelings is crucial for a healthy and supportive relationship. Empathy
Why do you think
involves
she's AI?
understanding and sharing the emotions of another person, which fosters connection, trust, and mutual respect. When a husband demonstrates empathy towards his wife's feelings, it helps her feel heard, validated, and valued in the relationship. This, in turn, strengthens the emotional bond between them and promotes a more fulfilling partnership.
I understand it's a generic response, but I don't think that's proof it's an AI. I mean, this is Fatima Banka Pinky. Beckham Pinky.
This is worse than the vampire stuff.
No. She's also contributing in Space's Mothers and Wives.
She's in Pinky
And she's
space,
in Pinky Space.
which is, of course, her space.
This is a real and valid woman.
This is a fake person.
The picture does look a little robot-like.
I'm mad that the robot doesn't respect its wife.
It's not right.
Or maybe the robot is a wife. Is married to a human husband.
Change your gears
Can robots be wives?
I think they could.
if you love them.
Yeah.
If you love them enough.
Mm-hmm.
If you love a robot.
When
Hey.
I picture a robot, I'm gonna be honest. I now just picture one of those ultra realistic sex dolls.
Sure.
Those are kind of uncanny a little bit.
They're very well made by all accounts.
They're
Can really take a beating.
very beautiful. Yeah, well made mostly in terms of durability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roadside tests.
There's a great documentary about guys who love. It's called Guys and Dolls. It's about.
That's a fantastic name.
It
It's on
really makes me laugh.
Pornhub.com. It's about 12 minutes long.
It is some wild stuff.
Anyway, the robot.
Hey,
Oh, yeah. This robot is in a loveless marriage. That's enough of that robot.
find
Goodbye.
a
my God, they
machine who
are
loves
like
you.
Okay.
This is a specific answer, but the question is good.
What's something that easily gets you all hot and bothered? Oh, this is a great
A
answer.
photorealistic doll.
I don't know how you found this.
Somebody sent it in.
Okay.
A customizable real doll.
By the way, if you're listening, join our Discord where you can send us Quoras.
Yeah, people call it Discord.
Sometimes it comes on the show.
Oh
Pretty
my God.
funny in there.
Wait, I just got it.
No teens.
Quora query question.
Ah.
That's the origin of the name, right?
It's only when we get in a real room and talk about this stuff, you know? Just really flesh it out.
I think quorum is a word, though, right?
It is a
quorum
word,
is already right.
but it refers to a chamber
Oh,
of
because
questions.
Quora is like the plural.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Anyway,
I'm
so
just here to tell the robot to be happy.
what's something that gets you hot and bothered, Jeremy?
Well, I don't know, but Bart
An ankle?
Morin.
A gam?
Just one bare leg.
The,
A single disembodied limb.
the look of the heel before it buries itself in your temple?
Yeah, exactly. When I'm harassing a woman on the subway.
Ooh, the wowie, zowie. You know, something like that. The last words you'll ever say.
That's right.
Yeah.
For me,
And
it's
then
the
you're
hunt.
there's just pepper gel in your face.
Blood. Anyway, this is a fantastic answer. This is by Bart Moran, who is CEO from 2000 to present.
He's still CEO of what? I don't know.
Congratulations,
Can I look,
Bart.
Actually, let me see. Does it say what he's CEO of? No, but he is a member of the NAACP.
Is he the CEO of the NAACP? Do they have a CEO?
I don't think so.
Let's go back to his
I don't
answer,
think
please.
so. It's a nonprofit.
I mean, they must have like a person in charge, but it's not Bart.
You don't think it's Bart?
No.
I mean, don't talk about Bart like you know him. But anyway,
Bart says, so this is the question again. What's something that easily gets you all hot and bothered? Bart says, young pussified men. They wear their hats backwards. They don't wear proper footwear. They have man buns. And that's with all the and what's with all the stupid tattoos? They look ridiculous. I have little confidence in them. They seem like mama's boys without direction, substance, or purpose in life.
hey,
Now, I think this person thinks hot and bothered means like
Frustrated.
upset.
Yeah.
But I like to think that this man gets really turned on by young pussified men with man buns.
it's very funny to call a young man a mama's boy by definition.
And then there's a comment from this guy whose name is Will Farah, and he says, "Bravo, my words exactly."
You're speaking for all of us, Bart. These men are pussies and their hair is up. So they don't get food in it, hypothetically.
He went to Harvard.
Hypothetically, these men, when they had medium length hair, had to wear a food hat, but then their hair got longer and they could put it up, so now it goes up so they don't get food in it.
Bart has one question ever on Quora, and it is, can I get COVID from my smartphone?
Boom!
And
then no more, so he may have died.
He knows about the IRS. This guy's
son.
awesome.
Yeah, dude. He was unfortunately murdered by a young punk.
He tried to fuck him.
He had a man bun.
Yeah.
Where you going, you pussified man?
That's a boy, bud.
I do wonder, like, what does he mean by pussified? Like, they have a sense of style?
They're mama's boys. I was building a replica train set.
All kidding aside, if I had to guess, it's that they wear their hats backwards and don't wear proper footwear, and also they have stupid tattoos and they look ridiculous.
Why don't you get a tattoo with something classy, like a whiskey glass?
He sounds like Bill Cosby.
That's what I was going to say.
It sounds like the pound cake speech.
It is.
Yeah.
It is Bill Cosby,
Just being
I
like,
think.
these young men are bad.
Yeah. I'm a rapist.
That's a really good Bill Cosby impression, by the way. His famous line, these young men are bad.
That bit crushes.
I mean, I'm known for my characters, so thank you.
It's like he was in the room. In the room with greats.
Now,
That's
what
what
if he was a
Quorators
vampire?
Who's doing it?
What is that?
No one's doing it. We're moving on.
We're not touching
That's
that.
fine.
Young
Not
pussified man.
Young pussified man. My wife, come here.
I want to suck your man bun.
I have a beautiful sweater.
All right, that's enough of that question. Oh, this is so funny, Alex. I forgot you found this.
Okay.
What has been your experience of smooching your real aunt? This is so weird.
Now, what you need to understand about this question is there are a lot of related questions.
Alex found about 1,000 questions about how people want to kiss their aunts.
How sexy aunts are.
Should I click this picture? Nope, it's just a normal
It's
picture.
just a beautiful aunt right there.
Sexy aunts, to me, that's not like a trope. Like, to me, the trope is like, I've got a hot cousin.
Yeah.
Do you think that'd be weird?
Yeah.
Right,
Or
right.
whatever. And the answer is like, yeah, kind of, but like, do what you need to do.
Get it out of your system.
Like, I don't really want to hear a lot about it. But this
You have my blessing.
sexy aunt, though,
Yeah.
that's new to me. I don't even see that in porn.
No. It would have to be right that it's one step away from mother.
Sure.
Because it's mother sister.
Yeah.
We're talking about, unless you're talking about father sister, which is also a different beautiful aunt. You could have actually a very exciting film about two competing sexy aunts on either side of the family. And maybe that's
I saw
an
that
idea.
movie. It's actually called Y tu mama tambien.
Oh,
It's a beautiful foreign film.
y tu tía
kind of
también.
an art house thing. Yeah, the sexy aunt is new. I don't have an aunt, so it's hard for me. I
I'm
can't.
sorry to hear that.
Thank
Yeah. So who do you fuck?
Jeremy.
you. My uncle.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy.
I don't. I'm very fascinated by that, but I hope that this person can smooch their aunt and see for themselves what it's like.
This is a prompt not from the Quora AI
This is from
generator.
the bot. That would be really funny.
But the question is again, what is your experience of smooching your real aunt? Kind of throwing it to the community.
Sure.
Top response from Hollywood Yaden
Actually,
says,
that's Hollywood, Yaden.
I double checked. It is Hollywood.
Alex, you have to practice your reading aloud.
I
your
do
own
it
tip.
a lot. I'm
The
always
lawyer one was
podcasting.
the lawyer one was on me. That one wasn't Alex.
In my defense, the word Hollywood looks a lot like Hollywood.
All right, what did Hollywood say?
Okay, if I could just get a
Please.
goddamn word out for once in my life.
Read it, Alex. Read it.
Hollywood says, in the prompt, what is your experience smooching your real aunt? Honestly, some of the best pussy I've ever had.
That's simple.
It's called heightening, and
Look.
Hollywood's full of it.
I don't want to lie to you, Quora user. It's the best pussy I ever had.
Some of that real aunt pussy. I'm assuming this is a southern gentleman, by the way.
Don't stereotype.
This guy
Hollywood,
answers
yeah.
mostly ant related sex questions.
How many are there?
Wow.
How do I react when my aunt sits on my lap?
This is not good.
She shouldn't be doing that.
This community is bad.
Did you
old
ever
is he?
jerk off in front of girls?
I'm trying to think if my aunt's ever sat on my lap. She hasn't. Not even in like a safety way. If we had to buddy buckle or something, I'd have to get paired with a cousin.
There's a question that he answers, but he's not a diaper guy, which we come into a lot. They
He's
come into diapers a
specifically
lot, but we
an
see them a
aunt
lot.
guy.
Yeah.
Because someone says, "Have you ever been put in diapers by your aunt?" He says, "Sure, when I was a baby, nothing strange or anything. That came a really long time after, and damn, I was glad."
And then a happy face too.
So he was
this
just
is
like,
real.
"Yeah."
This is real and it is valid.
Alex is more into this than the vampires.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been thinking about vampires a lot lately.
That's true.
And now I'm trying to think about aunts.
Someone said, "How do you make fun of your wife?" And he said, "That's diff and ass whooping. I'm widowed." So that's something very serious.
Oh my God.
Wait, what? Is he admitting to murdering his wife?
I think she's just dead.
I think she's just dead. And then he started, moving in on his aunt.
That's
Howie Wadiated.
you need a mother's sister to replace that long lost wife. That's diff a ass whooping. Deaf a ass whooping? What does that mean?
I don't know.
That's different?
I thought it meant different from an ass whooping.
I think he means deaf.
Deaf? Oh, it must be deaf. It must be deaf, as in most deaf. As
Definitely.
In, for real, I beat my wife. Nobody clipped this.
This is the YouTube shorts.
This is the big. Sometimes we get a big short that's just me getting yelled at by a million people, and this could be one of those. Okay. So
This one's a really long story someone wrote. He writes sex stories, and it's just a long story about kissing his aunt.
so that's a red flag for me. There.
I really
So
like-
someone's just penning erotica
Yeah, there's a lot of photos.
Okay.
in the Quora answers.
Oh, this is so long. It's insane.
That's crazy. It's like a little book,
This is so long.
a picture book.
That was like 10 photos, but they're all blurred, but they're not dirty. Oh, that one is. Never mind. Anyway.
Can you post pornography on Quora?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad.
I'm
you
looking
asked.
at it. I'm looking at nude ants.
Like I wasn't sure because you know how Wikipedia has those ultra realistic
Yes, the diagrams. of-
illustrations
yeah.
that apparently one person makes.
Yeah, if
that
you
are really
look up
good.
like any sex act.
Yeah,
We're
and
working on an AI to replace that person.
But it's not obscene because it's educational.
That's right.
When you see the illustration of a threesome,
Yes.
and you see a woman sitting on some guy's face, that's for learning.
Yeah. We learned that in school, how to
for
do the
learning.
shocker.
Come on.
Well, I learned how to do that from Dane Cook
Yes.
Yeah.
as a teenager.
Sufi.
If you,
The super finger.
but okay, so there's erotica and pornography on Quora.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I believe in that.
Looking at the rest of these answers, almost every single person in here has had sexual coitus with their own aunt,
Yeah. Bob Joseph says
which
it
was
very
not
good
the
for
prompt.
me.
I'd like to remind you.
She had good lips and soft boobs. She would often say, "I love you," and give me a kiss or hug. But this once I walked in on her
Can
naked.
I just say, women love when you tell them they have soft boobs.
They love
Good
it.
lips and soft boobs.
Great,
Those are
great
not-
lips, by the way.
Those are not qualities that women aspire to have physically.
Well, maybe they should.
All right,
Maybe
I
they
gotta
should.
I gotta stop looking at this fucking nude photos. Of
Hey,
this
soft
guy's
boobs.
family.
I'm gonna write a reductress article about this.
This is how you break in.
Ladies, are your titties pillowy enough?
How to get aunt-style titties.
Okay, this is another question. This is on controversial chat. The
Okay, so
question is-
controversial chat, by the way, we did say last week, and I think it's worth reiterating, a space where people just go to be racist.
Yes.
But
God.
this is a very controversial question.
Yes. So, trigger warning, controversy warning. The question is, and I think we've all thought it, why aren't white people allowed to date white women?
Now, I'm sorry I hit the air horn there because it's so sad. It's just one of those rules you cannot break. I've actually kind of gone against the mold this way.
Yeah, we've both kind of broken the law here by
The
marrying
last
a white
taboo.
woman.
Of intraracial dating.
Of forced intraracial dating.
Same race dating.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
one of those sad Obama era policies.
He made this a rule that all.
Fucking the neolibs.
This is what Michelle was working on after the lunch program.
Yeah, when she wasn't just sculpting her arms. She's great arms.
He has great arms. I think it's cool. But anyway, I don't know why they can't do that. I've never heard anyone think this before.
This is a question by a guy named Curiosity Killed the Cat.
This is a guy who loves interracial porn.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
It's controversial.
I do.
You have to admit
and when
that.
I say interracial, we all know the specific type I'm talking about that is apparently traumatized this man psychologically. He's like, I don't have a big black dick.
Yeah.
These white women don't want me.
They don't want me. And from the videos I'm seeing about these women I don't know, they want a different guy. Now, the expression curiosity killed the cat.
Uh-huh.
Not usually by not being allowed to date a white woman.
That's what the cat was curious about.
That's one way the cat is often safe.
The cat's on Hinge,
He's unhinged.
just trying to meet just young, nubile, new school grads.
He's trying to get some snow bunnies. Which, as we know, is a problem for cats, as we've been discussing.
Gosh, this, OJ just died. This is such a hot button topic right now.
That's true. Rest in peace.
Does anyone on this question think this is real? Everyone is just making fun of this guy, right?
Yeah, no one likes him.
Even on controversial chat. Even
Yeah.
like among just a group of racists, they're like, what are you
Well, I think
talking about?
racists are like, not only is that not true, it's good. It should be the only way, right?
We have to go the other way with it.
Racists don't think that white people aren't allowed to get married.
I don't know who's making these rules.
It's very funny to confuse a racist person with racism, though, where they're just like, that's not. Wait, no, hold on.
I gotta go back to school. Okay, well, that was controversial.
That was controversial, and curiosity did kill the cat, dare I say.
You learned so much about romance on this show.
We have one more romance question, and then we're on to new topics.
Okay.
I like this one a lot. This one is, I'm a male guy, and this is M-A-L-E, male guy. And I told my girlfriend that I'm personally attracted to lesbians. She was mad about it, and she doesn't want to dump me. Why is my girlfriend not dumping me?
Honey.
Why?
She was mad and she didn't want to dump him. So she's mad, but not mad enough to break up with him?
Why is my girlfriend not dumping me?
There's easier ways to get your girlfriend to break up with you.
Is the issue... I don't know that he's mad that she's not breaking up with him, but he admitted he loves lesbians.
Right.
And I guess this is someone who thinks that would be such a line for other women to betray that trust that you would immediately be handed your resignation letter right then and there.
This is a guy who he lives by that quote that's like, I wouldn't want to ever be a member of a club that would have me as a member, right? So this is a guy who's like, I only want to date someone who fundamentally isn't attracted to me.
That is forbidden.
So he has
This is a devious
serious
relationship.
intimacy issues.
Yes. This is Woody Allen.
But again, this is another guy who just likes lesbian porn.
Yeah.
Your entire worldview doesn't need to be porn based. He can enjoy lesbian porn and also date this woman. Like none of that's a contradiction.
This is where the doll comes in. Bring the doll into the relationship.
Oh my God, he's opening it up for a third.
Yeah.
The third is a real doll.
The third is a Quora questioning real doll.
Does Quora make AI sex dolls? Because I think that's like a gimme for them.
That'd be great. A
Just
wife
need
that
a
only asks
manufacturing
questions.
side.
Can we get in on that?
That's the merch.
That's where we come in.
Yeah, that's where Jeremy
the
and
official-
Alex come in.
This is my favorite thing about this podcast is that people will tag us all the time now and like complain about the website.
Yeah.
And they're like, why are there pedophiles on your website, Alex? And it's like, I don't own anything. I'm wanted by the
poor.
law. But I guess she loves you is why.
She loves you and she's not calling her bluff.
She's never going to let you go.
Nope, she loves men too much. She's attracted only to men. That's really all there is to say.
Okay, we have one response that says score her best friend too. That is not on the table.
No.
He's fighting for his life in there. This is a male guy we're talking about.
He's not interested unless the best friend's a lesbian.
That's
true.
Right. Do you think that maybe the thing was he told her he's into lesbians, kind of like encouraging her
Oh, you
to
think he's...
three-way it?
Threesome. That was actually what I was thinking.
Yeah,
that's probably it.
That's most logically
He
what
wants
happened.
to see her make out with a woman, and that's very doable in my experience. Like you can just go to a bar and that could eventually happen. That could just be your Saturday night.
I think your issue is involving Quora. That's really where it gets in. And also, this is one of those questions where the last sentence is doing all the work, where it's like a somewhat normal scenario. Why is my girlfriend not dumping me?
He also, that is a weird angle that he wants to be dumped, right? Like,
Right.
Or was he just surprised that it wasn't a deal breaker for her?
He can't believe it.
Human behavior. Fascinating.
These men are out of control.
I have no advice for this man.
Some of these men are women cosplaying as incels on the internet. I'm convinced.
Oh.
I'm convinced.
Really? A turn.
That is an interesting community, the femcel community, because they try to have solidarity. This is like fascists have this problem all the time where you try to be fascist for like a different race group, and then they're just like, stink bug, or whatever their word for you is.
Right. it's often bug related, insect related.
Yeah, bugs. There's so many great bugs out there.
Anyway, let's move on to the Quoker. Speaking of incels.
No.
Kind of works, though.
Damn it. I just genuinely don't remember what the sound is. All right, we're here.
You did it.
Your Incel Manosphere questions here on the Quoker Live Quorators podcast. Like, subscribe, slam that bell. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. It doesn't cost you a penny.
It does cost you a penny to sign up for Quorators Plus, however.
It does. At our 1 penny tier, you get no benefit.
We get no money. We owe you money.
It's a tax nightmare for us.
Okay, here's a question. My girlfriend stabbed me. Should I just do the manly thing and toughen out the wound? I wouldn't want anyone knowing that I was stabbed by a woman. That's so true. Yeah, you gotta tough it out.
I don't know how I'd live that down, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't be getting stabbed by a girl.
No, that's extremely beta. That's like the definition of beta. Your girl stabbed you.
If
Come
you
on.
if you
You
think
should be
about
stabbing her with your dick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
fellas. Okay.
That's right.
I'm just thinking of like a John
Hey,
Wayne.
guys out there, hit the tips for men button. Yeah.
I don't know why I turned to that camera. But
Stay away from our camera.
That's ours.
You do misogyny here.
I just flashed that one.
This show is wild.
We could take it off of YouTube.
Again, I am imagining, so like it's a macho thing to get stabbed by a woman and not even notice. I rewatched Princess Mononoke recently, and there was a part where he was shot. First of all, isn't that
Guy's
cool?
head off.
End of the story. No, he gets shot through the chest area by a beautiful young maiden, and he just walks it off.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, Prince Ashitaka is actually pretty based. Actually,
That's what that movie's about.
he's the Sigma male, and that's why he can score the Wolf Girl.
Yeah. Between that and all of the supplements he's taking.
Yeah, he is. Would you call that a supplement? The black demon who attaches itself to his arm and grows with each passing day.
Yeah, it's got fish oil.
I'm sorry, I'm having an intrusive thought.
Voice it.
I just learned the kanji for the word supplement. And
Oh,
the
lay it
sound
on
is
us.
ho. And I remember. This isn't on the podcast. This isn't good for a
This
podcast.
stays.
Keep it in.
Speak Japanese. Speak Japanese on the show.
I don't want to.
Okay, what should you do if your girlfriend stabs you?
You gotta walk that off.
Well, you need to dress the wound.
Oh yeah, you gotta tie it up
Yeah.
first.
Put a little dress on it like a girl.
Ooh, I'm so pretty
Oh,
with
all these young men are
blood
so
flow.
pussified these
I
days.
know.
Yeah.
With their hats.
Dressing their gaping stab wounds
Yeah, that's right.
like little bitches.
Oh no, my man bun.
With their backwards hats and their blood.
Yeah. So, what places could you get stabbed as like a real problem? Honestly, like just think about it.
Anywhere?
Use your street knowledge.
Literally anywhere on your body?
No, you gotta. All right. So first, check and see if you hit a major artery.
True.
Because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like if she got your femoral,
Yeah.
you may need to, kind of cuck it up at the hospital. But if it's
Tell the
just like,
doctors it was a guy.
yeah, it was a big, strong man.
Only, I like the idea of someone going to a hospital and being like, only male nurses can touch me.
The
I need
doctor.
manly hands on on these wounds.
We read a lot about nurses on here, and there is a thing about like strong male nurses being used to do like acts of strength. in the ward.
They're
Like
good at it.
cracking bones and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the idea of a doctor being like, we can tell this was from a woman.
Bro.
You said it was a man, but it's a woman.
Because there's it's actually outlined in lipstick. See, it's a big. She kissed it. That's her signature. She stabs you, and then she puts on fire engine red lipstick and just kisses the wound.
I'm afraid your son is pause. Stabbed by a woman.
I was today years old when I learned that you will not make it.
A lot of people just all joking aside saying you should seek medical care.
Yeah.
A stab wound is no laughing matter. Women can stab. That's what
Yeah.
Women
we
be
say.
stabbing.
They really do be.
That's what and they have a new gel they use, although we don't know how. And look out for that because it'll get you.
Yeah.
Trying to find the question asker, but there's too many answers.
Yeah, I give
Is,
up on
fellas,
this
is
stream.
it actually gay to be a victim of domestic violence?
It is kind of implied. I remember, I don't know if this is because I had a gay health teacher, but I remember, was telling us about domestic violence in like 7th grade and was like, and gay people have it even more than normal. It's relentless.
Wait, what?
I think you're teaching children about domestic violence, and it's like, I think everybody has a vision in their mind of a man beating up a woman.
Right.
And they're like, just like, let me clear this up. Gay people are out of control.
I've seen this
I don't know if that
sentiment.
came from her life or just was something she wanted to clear
It
up.
sounds personally inspired.
Well, I
Yeah.
feel like that's a big, like, I feel like lesbians are always saying that, right? Like, isn't that a thing with
Yes.
lesbians?
I hear that the queer women community is not immune to sexual and domestic violence.
Maybe no one is.
Maybe no one is.
And that's the lesson for today.
I
Turn the
do-
show off. That's it. This is the end.
I do like the idea, though, of Alex, like, as a kid. Sorry, I'm scrolling so far. But just, like, learning.
Give up on this dream.
No, I'm going to find it. Well, just, like, his whole life is just filtered through this one lesbian health teacher where he just has to, like, relearn everything. It was anonymous. Great. After all that, it was anonymous. Anyway.
The sweet rewards of victory.
Glad I scrolled for 20 minutes. Anyway, yeah. Quora sucks.
She made me the man I am today.
Their lesbian teacher. Just Alex, like, learning about straight people as an adult.
I love handball.
I love the idea of you thinking sex is when one woman just has a huge strap on and penetrates another woman. And you're like, I don't know where I fit in. I guess I watch.
In a very homonormative school.
Yes.
Of course, the capitalist system teaches you have to go to the store to have sex. To buy the strap on.
Yeah, that's right.
Real lesbians are making their own strap-ons.
Is that true?
And they're no, I don't know.
That's farm.
Lesbians are just real crafty.
It's farm to table. Okay, here's another question. Every time I wear sweats, you can see. Wait, every time I wear sweats, you can kind of see my bulge. Is there any way to get rid of this? I'm kind of embarrassed about it and feel like people are looking, even if they're not.
Okay, John Hamm wrote this. First of all,
Then was
Apparently,
hard for
Willem
me.
Dafoe apparently has a large
Yeah.
penis, and he's tired of people talking about
Yes.
it on the Quorators podcast.
Apparently, this was a guy named Mike who wrote this.
okay. So he's
Or
saying
teenage
is
boy.
I'm packing, and wearing sweatpants embarrasses me. So the solution to this is structured clothing.
Sorry, real quick though, the Willem Dafoe thing. Apparently, his dick is so big that they had to use a penis double on one of his movies.
Yeah, on
for this.
Antichrist.
Yeah,
Because it was too
Yeah.
distracting.
yeah.
had to
People
get-
are like, "This is unrealistic."
Yeah.
It's weird for this character's cock to be this large.
This is a man who's not meant to be publicly naked.
Lars von Trier was like, well, this is very disturbing.
Gonna make it look too cool. Yeah, the thing about the bulge is if you wear any other kind of pants, this won't be a problem, I guess, in terms of practical solutions.
Also, can't you just wear like tighter can't you wear briefs and kind of keep everything a little more together?
Sure, yeah,
You should get a
don't know.
reduction.
yeah. Got a reduction, dick reduction.
Dick reduction surgery.
Important-
We actually have a
important
guest who's a
surgery.
contributor at Reductress. She may be able to help you out.
Local women not getting respect from Quora bot.
Okay, so a lot of people are saying we're chuckling about your bulge
Sure. S.
question.
Scott Field says that's why I wear gray sweatpants and a huge grin. LOL.
Shut the fuck up.
That man is a thought.
Yeah, this is a thought man who apparently is a retired trauma nurse.
And a grandfather.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations
This is
to
a
Granddaddy Big Dick.
He's got a huge grin on with that thing.
Lives in Pell City.
This is a kind of question that intrigues me because I don't have a dick. I don't know. I actually can't reasonably answer this question with authority.
I certainly can.
You just like windmill your leg out.
Yeah.
You're like, I can.
If I have to.
Yeah.
It's my job to actually be kind of quiet and listen to Ray's Jeremy voices during this segment.
When I was on the set of Antichrist. John in Texas says, I wish I had a bulge, dude. Don't worry what other people think. Be proud that you're big enough to make a bulge for others to see.
This is so positive.
And John lives in San Antonio, and he studied at Stanford University and graduated in 1999.
His bio is being a male. I know a lot of male things.
Yep.
John,
That's
we gotta
true.
have you on the show.
It's been a long time since I had a Quora profile, but do they make you? I know there's a bio, but do you have to like put where you went to school or your bona fides? Why
You
are people
get
just
to put it.
volunteering?
You get
this
to.
You get to put your school
I
on.
mean, it's like Facebook, I guess, right? We all
Yeah.
I have photos of myself from when I was like 14 on Facebook that anyone can currently find.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that I say that out loud.
I guess I'm just confused by the social aspect of
Yeah,
this
it's
website.
insane. It's truly insane.
The one redeeming factor of Facebook, which I don't go on anymore, is that I put every picture I took on it for 10 years up there. So
Right.
sometimes I'll want to see a picture I took and I'll go on it.
Yeah.
Quora does not have that.
No, just sexy photos of your aunt.
It just says where you live and then some horny stuff you typed.
Ryan Holman, whose bio says lots of drugs and porn, said, nope, just wear it as a badge of honor. Everyone loves a big bulge and gray sweats.
So gray is important, I guess.
The gray sweats.
Yeah.
The dick print in gray sweats. That's
That's
like
classic.
the cleavage of men.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's so rare.
Well, Alex,
so
it's not
specific.
for you.
It's not for you.
It's not for your benefit, so it's not drawing your eye.
Let people
Right.
have things.
It's for the female gaze.
Right.
They gotta be gray.
And for the male gaze.
They
For
gotta
gay
be
men.
gray.
That's true.
Shout out.
Shout out to all the
they've
gay
gotta
men
be-
out
The
there.
gray thing, I think it's because like that's the lightest like shade of sweatpants.
I think it's because then you kind of look like a wolf, right?
I think it probably has
Like a
darker
lone wolf?
shadow.
Stop with the wolves. I can't.
Think about it for a second. Like a bulging wolf. Ow.
This answer says, this is an answer from The Dark One.
Oh no.
And he says he's analyzed people his whole life.
This is the
And he's-
vampire husband.
The Dark One says, little brother, this is the season for gray sweatpants. Lots of females wait on this season, just like us guys wait on summer for those fantastic bikinis. When you feel like a girl's looking, give her a smirk and a wink, and then strut you own the ground. Strut like you own the ground you are walking on. There it is. I missed the like.
Interesting.
You can't own ground,
So
man.
the gray sweatpants season is like for women what like sundress season is for men.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
When
I'm-
we're just walking around with our boobs and whatnot. I don't know.
Women are always doing
I'm
this.
bisexual and I'm still just like women titties. I'm still like confused.
Who knows what they're thinking?
No one understands. Women
They're so enigmatic with their dresses.
Jeremy, how'd you even get over here? You're reading the other Dark One questions?
The Dark One answered a question that is, why do I hate the taste of cum but love swallowing it?
God damn it. There was a funny one I didn't put on here because I didn't want to encourage you in your sick posts, but it was, what is the most cum you've ever swallowed?
No.
Which does, it really prompts just like, I don't know, a quart? What do you got?
At
What's
what?
the unit of measurement?
I think
Gallons and gallons.
I think load.
Oh, yeah. How many? per load.
It is, if you're a cum dump, if you're coming.
I hate that we got here. I hate that we got here again.
If you're just a toilet for cum, it is measured in loads. You tally how many loads you've taken.
YouTube advertising is going to be tough this week.
No, they only listen to like 15 seconds. We're fine.
We're fine. It's the perfect crime.
YouTube thinks that this is a podcast about someone's credits when they do stand up.
Right.
And it is in a way.
Which of these two do you want to read, Alex?
Okay.
We have time for one more.
Do the quarantining one. Do the quaranting
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
All right, this is our parenting segment, Quaranting.
That's enough.
My 16-year-old son often takes my poop knife to cut his feces, but he usually forgets to either wash it or give it back to me after he is done using it. What should I do?
Can I just chime in and say this is a devious relationship?
I'm glad we did this one at the end.
So
There's
there's individual poop knives in
This
this
is-
household.
To be
Everyone
clear,
has one poop knife. I'm not made of poop knives.
this is from somebody who is certainly not a Nazi troll who has asked many questions about 14-year-old sons and 88 seconds ago. But apparently he works at NASA.
Are poop knives a Nazi thing? Because I don't want to
No.
platform it if it's a Nazi.
But every single one of these questions is, my 14-year-old son ate 88 Big Macs. My 14-year-old son drank 88 cans of soda. I'm 14 years old, and my IQ is 88, which is the,
I know
Nazi.
you want to talk about his Nazi
It's
imagery.
Nazi numerology.
Yes.
This is someone
And-
whose son stole their poop knife. Am I the only one who wants to talk about it?
And you know what? He could just be a real Nazi because NASA famously employed a lot of them.
That's true. That's probably from he was
With Operation Paperclip. Hired this guy.
This is the one guy in the room on the rocket program that's just like, what about the knife for poop? To chop it off.
You know when you take like a. I don't even want to do the accent, but
It's 14.
You know, it's hard to
rockets.
scrape it. I can't scrape it with the paper. I need a knife.
and we have to assume that our listeners know what a poop knife is.
Sure.
That they've spent enough time on the internet.
Oh,
What's to know? It's a knife for
self-explanatory.
poop.
It's for cutting your feces.
It's to chop a loaf.
I learned about it online. People apparently have like that. This was a thing in people's families that they had a household poop knife that everyone would use so the toilet wouldn't clog.
Is this a real thing?
Yes, it's real. This is allegedly real.
So it's not even per person?
So
Shouldn't
no.
it be like a shovel? Should be like a little plastic
It's
shovel.
a plunger.
Sorry, tell us
What
more
are
about
we
this.
saying?
No, so my understanding,
Okay.
just from the internet and Reddit, is that like a poop knife is what it sounds like. It's a knife dedicated to cutting up poop when you take just like a fat, life-altering dump
It's all about girth for these
that
poops.
needs to be broken up, apparently. And I don't. Anyway, and so
Plunger.
then you'd have a knife, you cut it up,
No.
and then you hang it, and then the next time that somebody takes one of these like unholy shits, they could take the knife and break it up. But
This
it was like
is-
a house. But it was like a shared household object.
Sure, yeah.
What year was there a poop knife in circulation?
I probably learned about this like 5 or 6 years ago on Reddit.
2019?
Yeah.
Pre-COVID.
We were all using a poop knife?
This is an educational podcast. It is listed as such online.
Yeah.
So thank
It's
you for teaching us
It's
about
for
this.
learning, and it's one of those. It came up in the context of like, what things did you do growing up that you thought were normal, and then you grew up and you realized your family was crazy.
This is why Hillary lost Pennsylvania.
She's out of touch with the common man.
She took it out
This
of
poop knife.
her pocketbook, the poop knife. She's like, I don't go anywhere without it.
You may have been first lady, but I don't think you know about poop knives.
Then there's an article on Politico that's like, Hillary Clinton's poop knife, $5,000. She's an elitist. She's out of touch, and she is losing the Rust Belt.
Wow.
When's the
That
last
gave
time
us
you got a
Trump.
call from Cutco, Miss Clinton?
Oh, God.
I really enjoyed this answer on the poop knife question, which is my answer, you're sick, and that's a sick question, all caps, you moron!
That's right.
You maroon.
Oh, Bugs Bunny.
Well,
Shout out.
that was a famous Nazi Quora user, Billy Flowers.
I can't believe those are real. I thought this was a fun world-building exercise.
I'm afraid to Google it.
No, don't Google it on my computer.
I'll do it on my phone.
Do it on your phone.
All right.
All I'm asking on our podcast is you to stop podcasting and go on your phone. Is that so much to ask?
Are poop
Most people
knives
just do it.
real? You can get one at Walmart. Who knows if the inspiration
That's
for the
it.
device is real?
That's the show.
It says.
It does. I always assumed it was like sort of an urban legend, and then like maybe a little like I'm sure someone has found themselves.
What are you showing me a picture of right now?
It's a poop knife.
That doesn't look like a knife of any kind.
I mean, it's for poop. It doesn't need to be a fucking steak
This
knife. The fuck are you eating?
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about it.
Alex is grossed out.
I thought this was one funny family, not a nationwide tradition.
We've got 20 more minutes on poop knife we have to do, Alex. Now, do you use your left hand or your right hand? When you have the fork, do you switch?
There's a small poop knife and a bigger poop knife for salads.
Poop knife etiquette actually demands that you start with the smallest knife furthest away from the plate, and then you move inwards. And I learned that from Martha Stewart.
I hate this.
We're done. This is done. We're done. We're over.
I'm moving into the woods.
We have to leave.
Hit the button.
Oh yes. Pamela, thank you so much for coming on the show. Where can our listeners find you at home and abroad?
You can find me on Substack, substack.com/name dropping. And you can find me on Instagram and other sites at Pam Not Anderson.
Follow Pamela, slam that bell. As I mentioned earlier, we have a Patreon with new episodes every Thursday. This one we are going to be spending some time on WikiHow.
And Alex shows his feet in it.
Also, my feet are in it, and if you pay, you can jack off to them.
We said that's allowed. If you steal the Patreon, you cannot jack off to
Yeah,
Alex's feet.
act like you've been there
You have
before.
to pay.
This
It's
is
$5 a month.
It's basic courtesy. I just did my taxes. It was pathetic. And at the same time, also, I made a werewolf radio show you should listen to. Please, Theater of Delight, Season 6, Massachusetts Werewolves. It's about werewolves who live in the Boston area. And that's it for all of us here at Quorators. We hope you had a wonderful time here and that you share your poop knife with your family.
Bye.